to the Valley of the Old Farm. Now, we are following on from the last one. As I said at the time, the night. Take everything. We got those fields finished, so the fields. Basically, Field 1 and Field 53, Mega Field 1 and Field 53 have both been sorted. As of today, we still have no fields ready. Balls. I was kind of hoping the likes of 54 might have. Well, that doesn't matter because I have something to buy first, which is a rarity for me, I know. I'm still debating over that. Ooh, big harvester. Didn't feel they haven't put it in use because the game doesn't hate me that much. Fuel tanker? No, don't need it. Oh, hello, my beauty. I'm going to do bales just for. That could be useful, but it's rather expensive and rather powerful. But anyway, so we're going down to the store to buy a new item. Something I've said we need for a while. I'm taking this guy because I think this will be the best one to tow it with. Tow with this because this thing had some hours on it. It's going to have fairly big repair bills every now and then. But I think it's still worth it for the power it has. So anyway, yes, last episode, Field 53 and Mega Field 1 both got the seeding finished. Both got the first level of fertilization done, so that's a big one. And also got rolls, so I'm well on my way to giving them maximum output. Obviously the grass field there is probably ready for a second cutting, which I've already got the plan for. I'm going to cut it and I'm going to windrow it. I know it's already in rows, but what I'm going to do is windrow it to a smooth course. It'll be a lot easier to follow with the 40. We might end up doing that today actually because I was planning for at least one field to be ready, but as you can see, that clearly hasn't happened. Don't you love it when you set out with a good idea, folks, and the game just decides no? I haven't got any other fields that really need working on. I can possibly do some fertilization, but say I would need to. In fact, let's just check something for a second. Park you. Might as well park you in my entrance. Does it needs ploughing? Needs rolling, needs lime. Field 52. And probably Field 83 if I get away with fertilizer spreading. Now I'm pretty sure that the. No, he's just put narrow tyres on this just for purposes of. Because this is wide tyres with weight CRs on it right now. Let's move him into here. Right, let's do a repair on that while we're here. Can I not do wide? I don't think I can do wide tyres on this guy. Oops, oh well. I think this might already have them on. I think those are the narrow tyres. I just hope this thing's got the muscle to be able to lift the fertilizer spreader. You know, at the end of the last episode, everything got worked hard. You know, we bought that new. I would always use that new massive header we bought for the combine. 7. We also have small tyres now, does that? There's the narrow tyres, which are only a 3, so let's. The trouble is, you've got to check now, because this game can be an arse. See, we've got the vision roof there. That's the basic tractor. Small tyres. Both beacons, halogen work lights, narrow fenders. It looks like it's not actually changed, it's good. I will have to reconnect the front loader. Basically, folks, if you're not careful, what I've seen this do before is it resets a load of your other settings. And if you don't realise, you hit go and then you have to remember what you actually had fitted to the tractor. Anyway, so this guy's going to do some fertilising today. We'll get those fields up to 100%. Just get a little bit extra yield out of them. You see, that's what I was worried about. So it ain't going to work with this guy. That's okay, the 8S can come to the rescue. I could always dump the lime out of my other one, but it's just such a big, unwieldy setup. I'm pretty sure the Massey can take narrow tyres. Obviously, I'm spending a bit of money early on today, but at least once you've bought narrow tyres, you don't have to rebuy them. I'm guessing in the game's eyes, you just kind of store them. Let's put this guy back in here for now. So I'll repair on that while I'm here. Customize. Okay, I can do it with the BKT. So this right now has a BKT wide tyres and weights. I'm actually going to write that down. I know that sounds really silly, folks, but I've literally got a notepad in front of me, so Massey 8S BKT wide plus weights. Wheels at default. Because if I don't do that, I will forget. I know what I'm like. So if we then go down to 12 org, cost me 1,000. Once again, it's not reset anything else, doesn't look like it. Hang on, do I not have a front loader on this thing usually? Did I not have a front loader on this? No, I didn't. Okay, I always thought I fitted one. It definitely was an anniversary edition, although I'm tempted to say should we do that? Doesn't cost anything, we get an anniversary edition. Yeah, let's go for it. I hate the way now tyres look on big tractors like this. It looks like he's got space savers on. Oh my lord. But anyway, it's doing the job we need it to do. Obviously, I don't want it going around. If I had, I would love at some point if I had bigger fields to do like tramline stuff, but... And I know the AI won't destroy the fields. But I don't want the AI to hand me back the tractor in a field and me to have to destroy the field to get it out. So the first one I need to do is this one over here. You see, this guy, we used this guy to fertilise 53 the other day, and then he got refilled. So I know for a fact it's actually he's actually got 50-meter working width. Two headlands. So we can get two headlands in. See how he does. Meanwhile, I can get on with what I was going to do. Other than that, I'm going to try and get the fields basically as good as possible. Like I say, the better they are, the better it'll be for us. So anyway, what I'm buying today to put you all out of your misery is a milk tanker. Now I know I said I didn't want a dolly one. Now I was looking through a couple of mod sites and the mod hub, and there's not a wide range of milk tankers, which surprises me. I thought somebody out there would have mentioned a basic single dual axle. Think of the little Brockman trailer that's in the game but with a tanker plonked on it. If I knew how to mod, I'd put something like that together myself, but heck, I can barely play the game, let alone make mods for it. So what I did find was when I found interesting, I thought looked a bit cool, looked a bit different. Sadly, it's a dolly, which is going to cause issues, I've no doubt, but well, so I'm going to go and buy it today. I might as well buy one. I've much I would like to just lease it when I want it. I'm going to here. I was kind of hoping it might have thrown it into used vehicles for me, but sadly it hasn't. You see there. So anyway, so go into here, leave it up in here. There it is, look. Slurry shuttle. It says on it, milk taxi. The Continentals, I think. And what's my plate? 4 FNH 351. Ford New Holland, I remember that now. So there's the plates. I think we got the Continentals to make it a bit smaller. How do you mean to do that? Galvanized. A black chassis. Let's have chrome rims on it though. Let's bling it up. So you see it's got 6,500 litres because it's got good capacity. So it can be used for milk, not for slurry. I'm kind of hoping we might make its cost price back even on the first look. We're going to sell a load today. The reason I'm putting it on the back of this is because I think with 16,000 litres, I think it'll be pretty heavy. So I think it's best probably paired up to, if it's going to be that or the pickup. So it doesn't have a beacon on it or anything, so we can't. But luckily I think you'd be able to see the beacon over the top of it. I also, when I was looking at this, I actually found another mod. You jackass! I found another mod that was quite interesting. It's a mod for making coffee. You grew coffee in a greenhouse, you roasted it, and then you sold it to a coffee shop. Which I really like the look of. And I was going to talk to you guys, because we have that space where I deleted the grapevine. Which reminds me, I still haven't edited the VIP stuff. I need to do that. But I thought we could always throw a greenhouse on there, grow coffee. We could do that as a sideline, do a little bit of coffee growing. Something a bit different, something I thought might be interesting. I mean, let me know what you think, if that's something you'd like to see in the series. I know it's diverting away from the core of the project, which is the VIP orders, but at the same time, I feel we need to diversify as much as we can. Yeah, that's a good looking little setup, actually. It's a shame it's a dolly. I would much prefer just a solid. Even with this particular setup, a solid drawbar would have worked. Maybe put a little bit less distance in it, but a solid bar and just have it. It forces to follow nicely. So like I say, the plan is we should actually just about fill this, I think, because I remember the cows were up to quite a large amount of milk last time we were there. And we'll find out where the best place to sell it is. The good thing is, well, because that, I'll check how that fertilizer bed is doing once we pull into here. There we go, once I'm on my lane, I'll hold traffic up. Yeah, he's doing 50 as you can see there, look how much. This is another reason why I would like precision farming. Precision farming would pick that up and it would actually use less fertilizer. I like this. A few side markers would be nice on it due to its length, but see here as we run up. Now I've got to figure out where you collect the milk from. I'm going to be perfectly honest, I do not know. That to me looks like where you fill the slurry up, because it's right next to the slurry tank. And if it's here. Start filling. There we go. 75% full, right? That seems a good amount to start with. Let's check where we can sell it at. Bakery, Dev. What's the price fluctuations like? Not bad. It looks like next month. I would sell it now, but if next month's going to literally be the big month. Well, then again, how much more is it? 13. But no. No, January in it, so no, it's alright. So, best prices at the bakery. Tag place, not up there. Leave that down there. Ah, that's not too bad. I mean, this tractor's probably a bit oversized, really. I think in real life you probably see this being towed, something like that will look massive, but can't resist the temptation. But as I say, I just think the weight. We've got this big guy, we might as well use him. Bouncy, bouncy. So I'm hoping if this makes us back the 13,000 that this trailer costs us, and I'll be happy. That is generally what I'm hoping for. And like I say, we can get on. I'm going to get a second mode on. In fact, I should probably set him off. He's getting on with things. He's probably actually done, isn't he? Of that big corner he's missed a bomb. His future now says I can drive in the crop without it going bye-bye. So I'm going to try and get him. He's probably going to go all the way around that field just because that's going to be easier than trying to specify a particular area for him. Did that catch? Yeah, that caught all that area. Good. Oh, Christ, I've never actually driven in there before. And I think I was going to cut those two fields together at one point. That would take some terraforming. See how this does. Right, same off on that one. Meanwhile, what I was going to do was this. Like I said, we're going to do a second cut and then we're going to run the windrow around. Just to make it one nice straight line. This guy's going to need diesel soon, and I think with this guy it's going to be easy to bring the diesel to him. You can only see the size of the swath he's putting out as a result. Right, so anyway, onto the bakery we go. See, this thing's having absolutely no trouble at all with this trailer. Like it was built for it. See, I've been claiming for ages I needed to get a milk tanker, and like I say, well, this wasn't what I was anticipating. It's about the best I could find that wasn't. Also, still, I didn't want anything too unrealistic. So like I say, I'm trying to play this series a little bit closer to realism. I know it's not 100%. We're not doing a pure realism server here. Fair play to you lads who do that, but that's just not my scene. Running around with 100,000 litres in the back of it just wouldn't seem right. It's got a reasonable quantity. I'm hoping once we got the barn full, we'll fill this thing 2 or 3 days. And if so, if we time our sales right, then there should be good money to be made. Like I say, if I do decide to go down that coffee mod, I will. If I did that now, I would probably put the greenhouses on our farm. I would put the roasting place and the sell point more realistically, so around houses and stuff, and to give us to give us stuff to do, because it means we're not just constantly on our land. See, something I find interesting. I'm probably going to mess about with it on a single player series if I don't use it on here. So we'll have plenty to get on with. So here we are. The bakery is. Like I say, I'm dreading the thought of having to like reverse this. Hoping I can find a way to sort of swing it in and round. Look at this, it's a lovely designed area. Yeah, it looks like I'll be able to I'll pull it in like this. I'm just going to sell bits at the back. as I say, I hate trying to reverse dollies, right? So I want to push it that way. So I want to go like that. Then like that. We're in. We're pouring on the floor according to the game, but in reality I think we are actually putting into like there. There would be a pipe out and attach it. Which I'm hoping this makes back what the trailer cost me, which is 13,000. If not, even if it's just close, that's at least keeping us on the right side of things. I'm guessing the bakery is full. Now the bakery does have a limited allowance per day, which is fair enough. They've given us like 8,000, which is a good, really good starting point. I'll bring this guy back to our farmyard. I'll just park this by the loading point, then I'll take the trailer off the tractor at that point. How's this guy getting on? Got a chunk of it done. But anyway, I think my first job here today, what can we do? What can we do? I'll probably finish this off actually, so I'll put us into a usual. You can watch me drive through a load of fields but not damage anything. Right? Enjoy. And welcome back, folks. So a couple of things happened there. Number one, the AI decided to take my brand new milk tanker for a rally, which I'm not over impressed with. And I'm just getting things prepared, ready for next step. Now, what I'm going to do, something I've been thinking about doing for a little while, is I'm going to place down a small barn. Just over here. Have I got anything that's not too expensive? That's not too big as well. Basically, I want it just to be somewhere that I can put the swather. That's the word I'm looking at, swather. Put the swather, put a couple of bits and pieces, because as I've said before, all my grass is now going to just be this field. Because there's no point having multiple when I've got a field this big. So I might as well keep all my grass equipment. So what I want to do is, just maybe remove one of these trees, maybe this one. I know, I did say one day we'll do just properly folks, but right now, I just want to be far enough away from the field that it doesn't interfere. So let's give us a nice bit of a gap there, that we could maybe put this back here. I don't know if that's going to be big enough to actually get the header in for the swath. That's why I like the idea of something like that, because at least that's opened. That's far enough away this one, because so do that. Yeah, that looks too bad. I might just clear some of this foliage out from in front of it. Definitely don't need a bush there. Well, where are you? There you are. Some of these flowers. I think I'll move the grass up a little bit closer, make it look a bit more. A bit more at home in this terrain. Having the grass right up to the edges of it, I think it'll make it look a bit less like it's been dropped here. Now I'm thinking if there is I'm pretty sure there is a track just behind. Through these trees, I might just put in some gravel just to give us like a lane to that track. It's just back here somewhere. There looks like I can probably make us a gap through the trees. Just let me. Gravel grass. So let's first of all see inside of this is that, not just like nice concrete, because it's a little storage shed away from the farm. We're not going to be spending ages on like a concrete base if we don't have to. And like I say, from here, that's what I try and make a. I can try and dodge as many of the trees as possible. There you see, there's like a nice little entrance way, a nice little route into it. And the fate itself is like that, and then all I need to do now is just replant some grass. I go around the back of here. Bush down the outside and maybe a few flowers. Try and make it all look a bit more like it's supposed to be here. Yeah, I think that'll do nicely. Somewhere I can just park vehicles and store things. And he's just smoother than that there, don't know by the looks of it. There we are, that's now lovely. It's a bit up and down across the front of there, maybe I just need to do a little bit of smoothing there as well. Quick tip whenever you're doing this, always turn the sensitivity up to the max, just that way you get the most action out of it. There we are, so it's a little bit up banks to the field there, which is not, and the rest of it's fairly smooth. As I say, I'm just going to walk this course because this course will go like over like any ridges that I missed. And then comes out to the lane just here. Champion. It's going to be somewhere where he can live and where these bits of equipment can live. I think when I ready that I can press a load of wrong buttons because I'm an idiot. I can come back and do a bit of rolling for us. Look at this. Did I have this guy set to smooth? Yes, I do. So I don't actually need to windrow then, as I thought, because as I say, he's already smoothing off the edges, which is going to make it a lot easier to collect from. So he's now going to go off and get the field back up to 100% again. Why is he just stopped between? I know he's missed the corners, but I think that's I'm happy with that. No, I'm not. I think I'm. Keep forgetting I've got. Are they seeds or are they fertilizer? There's both. There's now a bag of seeds just lying over here. I've got to remember that. I've got to get rid of it. Once I've done that, that's going to be this whole field. All these fields now 100%. Oh yeah, 53. Good old 53. First of all, let's just swing this corner. That's done enough for me, so head up there. Let's head up there with the derpy little space saver tractor. And then once 53 is done, that's the whole lot. And then saying as time goes on, I'm going to make sure every field's going to get ploughed, lime spreaded this time. So we're going to need the stones, which reminds me I meant to do the cultivated stones from cultivating mod and I forgot. As a couple of things, this is why I should write more things down on my notepad, folks, because I forget things a lot. And then we end up in situations like this. And I think what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to need to start and buy another front weight for this thing. Because if he's going to have this on his back, I think he's going to need it. Try about here. How's that doing? Oh yeah, that's covering the edge, let's not run inwards. So you can see fertilizing this game is never difficult, but with precision farming it sort of even gets easier. Because precision farming, if you do it right, you literally hardly ever have to actually do it. Maybe once. Obviously, if we could get slurry working, that'd be even better, but certainly the amount of cows we've got now do not produce enough. And it will be a long, 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 long time until we have cows that produce enough. As you can see, I'm not exactly flushed with the amount of lime I'm producing right now. That's why I'm thinking of that mod so I can at least take the stone from cultivation. We can just go around doing cultivation contracts and use that to feed our mill. But I will go and turn that mod on between episodes. Right, that's that done. So anyway, see if there's a weight in the used vehicles. Salt spreader. Oh, 6 litres if I used it was a bit cheaper. Wheel bell handlers, a few of them right now. There's a 6 metre again. Ooh, John Deere T560. I love that little combine. It's not the biggest, it's not as big as ours, but I've used it a bit before and I just really like it. So there isn't one, right? So front weights. Massey Ferguson ones. Fendt, Agco, Class. I don't need too big, I don't need... Like that will be fine. Is that... Yeah, that is in the raised position. It's okay. So we'll go pick that up from the store now, folks. Surprising to me, generally speaking, I always ran tractors with front weights on. I've gone totally the wrong way to where I thought I was going there, but it's okay. We can still get us where we want to be. Yeah, generally, unless I need to put a implement on the front, I just run a front weight. To me, the game doesn't really penalise you. It's not like you do more compaction or you burn fuel or you risk damaging your tyres. You just get better steering and better control because the front tyres aren't bouncing quite as much. So even there on the road, and you saw the little bunny hop. Bunny hopping a tractor. Something you didn't think you'd see. Is that the two in the grass field falling over each other? I would imagine. No, unless it was the roller getting confused by the windrower. Is all I can think. That's why you shouldn't take the racing line, folks. It doesn't end well. I was hoping to come back across that narrow bridge there. Anyway, that comes off my land, not off the one in the back. I'm gonna have to have a look at that bridge because I want to see what it's like. So my only two workers right now are both in the same field, which worries me slightly because I know what Farm Sim AI is like. Finish work. Right, so the swatter's finished. Let's get him out of the field before he trips over the roller. He can go and sit in our new barn. Let's do what we did last time, which is just on our way out. Get that. Get that. And get that. I'll let him go by before I set off. And like I say, hopefully, I think actually he might still not be wide enough to get this through. But if it isn't, I'll just sit it on the house. No, it isn't. So it actually can kind of work in our favour, because what it means is I'll just sit this in here like this. And it means we can still drive stuff around the back of it when we through the lane. There we have it, parked. Lovely. Should I turn the engine off? So yeah, we'll pick up this front way, just tell us. Now I might just see if there's a contract. If not, then I think next episode will come the collecting again. Double cut collection. So the front weight should be just there, yeah. Hang on, there's two front weights here. I must have bought another front weight, not picked it up yet. That's New Holland Blue, that gives you a good idea of what I'm intending that to be used on. Him. So there's a weight for him as well, but I just haven't picked up from the store yet. I wonder if I can cheat this a little bit. You didn't see this, folks. If you know this, you didn't see this. If it works, I will be amazed. I could kind of do with it maybe falling in between. That would at least mean it wouldn't have a chance of falling off. One of these corners is going to slide off, I can see it coming. The best thing is that I know quite a few real life farmers, and this would be the kind of thing they'd consider doing. Yeah, you jam the brakes on, doesn't work. Things you've had to have enough force to do whatever, which is to slide it forward enough to, say, drop it into the gap. I don't actually know if it'll slide upside or whether it's maybe slightly caught in the fertilizer bin. But anyway, I'll drop this off at the grass field and we can stick it on the front of the New Holland. That's obviously what it's intended for, that's why it's New Holland coloured. We're back to the front tyres not quite touching the ground, but that's only because of the extra weight on the back now. Because that looks to me to be a bigger, heavier weight than the one I've just bought here. Up. Yeehaw! Crap. I'll take it back in the middle. I'll take it back to the farmyard and we'll pick it up. He wants to pick it up when he's done over there. So I know I find the most immature things funny. There we are, and yep, it did fall completely off. Landed the right way up though. Points for style. That's what I could have done with the front loader on this thing. I could have put it in a bucket. But now I'm going to stick it in the workshop. I might. If I stick it in here like this, just come and pick it up from here when we're ready. Let's put the sulky away because I don't need it for the rest of the day. The only field that fertiliser is the grass field, and that's getting rolled, which will give it the exact same effect. Oops. There we are, I'm going to put the wide tyres back on this. Just before I park it up. So it's the BKTs. It's the wide tyres plus weights that we have for free. Just like that. That's back to looking so much better in it. So now in the game's eyes, we're just storing those narrow tyres in the corner of the workshop, and if we need them again, we can just refit them, which is always useful. Put you there. I guess really want to stop me starting the collection now, really. So probably once again, this guy actually is one of the best for this. You can say there's a double. It's worth twice first. Now, if you remember the first time we cut this field, I got about 500,000 litres off it. Now, it's still 100% fertilised because I keep it that way, so in theory, this should be 1,000,000 litre collections. Which obviously this... What's the biggest forage harvester the game will let me have? That's the one we own. 41, 47, 50, 49 and a half, 46, 44, 35. I know mine's up to 66, that's with the mods, so the biggest one would be that one. Probably goes up to about 80,000 with the variable capacity mod on. But we'll start with this, see how we get going. Because I just want, I really, at this point, the silage is probably all going to be sold because literally, as you've all seen, folks, we have so much in storage. It's mineral feed's the issue, but mineral feed's just so darn expensive. This farmer's planted nothing yet, so he won't mind us having a run through his field. I want to start where the program starts, just over here, get into position. And see how quickly this goes up. See how much the tractor struggles to get any speed because it's trying to suck so much up so fast. So like I said, this is a double swath basically. This is two cuts, one go. So I'm gonna So then folks, I'm going to end this one here, so we'll get next time, we'll finish off, we'll clear this field, get reside, and then hopefully we'll be soon into more harvesting, but the game's getting fighting on, so thank you very much for watching folks, I hope you enjoyed, feel free to check out the rest of the channel, till next time, we'll see ya, goodbye.